Hi guys, EBPMAN with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to do a review of a book cover case for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4, and this case is brought to us by Fintie. So this case is a book cover style case. It is made out of a synthetic leather material, and as you can see here in the front you have an embossed branding or logo of the company that provides this specific case, Fintie. In the inside, you'll notice that the interior has a microfiber interior, and when I'm going to open this up, I'm going to flip it from the back. There is a magnet here, closure, that we'll see in a couple seconds. But the interior of the actual case itself has a microfiber interior with a hard shell case holder. If we open it this way, you'll notice that the leather material treatment goes all the way on the other side, and it also has the appropriate cutouts for your camera. And we'll see how the case fits in a couple seconds. It does have a magnetic closure, and you'll notice that it closes nicely right there, and we'll see how it fits on the case, and you'll see that that is still a nice feature to have. The case is a very thin case. If you look at the actual material itself, you're not going to add a lot of thickness to the actual tablet, but I do find that the case is heavy. Not extremely heavy, but it does add some weight because of the magnet that it has right here. This magnet itself does add some weight to your tablet. This tablet case does support multiple viewing angles, which we'll see in a couple seconds. And let's go ahead and put in the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4 so that we can see how it fits. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Tab S 8.4 and we're going to insert it into the actual case. And what I like doing is using the volume controls and the power button always first, push it this way, and then what you do is using your two fingers is just to press here on the side like this, and it just slides in just like that. Once we close up the actual tablet itself, you'll see that really it's very form-fitting. It's a very snug fit, but it's still going to give you some adequate protection for your tablet itself. So if we look right here, you'll notice that your speaker, your headphone jack, your charging port are accessible. You do have some nice bumper protection on each corner, so there's your bumper protection for your tablet. And if we look at it here in the angle, you notice that the bumper protection slightly comes out just a little bit to give you that extra protection, but it is a very form-fitting case. On the top, if we look at that for a second now, you notice that your speaker is exposed, you have a pinhole mic here, and then you have again your bumper protection on the corners, providing some adequate protection right there. And then you'll notice that there's some extra material on the sides here that are also going to provide some protection. But if we look at the edge right here, you'll notice again not a lot of material here because again it's a very form-fitting case. You do have your cutout for your camera, and the cutout has some nice depth to it, so you notice that that is pretty deep right there, so you're not going to have to worry about scratching your lens or getting any kind of grime on that at all. Now, as I had mentioned, there is a magnet here, and that magnet keeps this folio closed, but it's again, it was not going to provide any damage to your tablet. If I flip this flap open and I open it up, the tablet does turn on because it does support the auto wake feature that comes with this the tablet or the Tab S 8.4. So let's take a look now at some of the viewing angles so you can see how the different positions that you can actually have your tablet while using this case. Now here's the first viewing angle. I'm going to go ahead and open up the case, and on the back here you'll notice that there's this flap that comes down. Well, you're going to take the case back, flip it back like this, and as you put it here, all you do is you take this case and you cover and you flap it forward just like that. And right there is the first position of your tablet. I'll put it here in an angle so you can see. All you're doing is using, again, the magnetic closure with that flap that's in the back to kind of give you that viewing angle right there. And it's a pretty firm viewing angle. Your tablet's not going to fall. You notice right here what it's doing. Here's your hardcover case. Right? You have your IR blaster cutout here. In the inside, you do have also your cutout here for your power button and volume rocker, which, because this is a book cover case, once it's closed like this, you're not going to have access to, right? But as soon as you flip it over, you have access to it right then and there. So once again, for this viewing angle, all you do is you take the flap out like that, you lower this part right here, and then you come back up and you position it, and that's your first viewing angle. So we've already looked at this viewing angle, and we'll go again and illustrate where I'm at right here. You notice where I have the actual flap, and this is going to give me kind of a taller angle, so the tablet is going to be facing more towards me, which is good for viewing. If I take this, I can push this down further, and then what I can do is I can put the tab right there, and you notice now the angle is slightly further back. So this is a different viewing angle. Again, so that's angle 2. We'll go back to angle 1. See how that's right there? So you have this kind of coming out. So that's your first angle. And then that's your second angle. So those are your 2 positions so far. Now the third viewing position, going from, again, some of the positions that we had earlier, all you literally do is, if you want to have more of a typing position, or you want to have a private viewing position, you take this flap right here and you just bend it like this. Now what that's going to do is it's going to create an angle view like this, but it's going to lay your tablet more flush. I like this view not just for typing on your tablet if you're going to type on the actual screen itself, but it's also a more personal viewing angle. Sometimes you're watching a movie or watching stuff and there's someone either behind you or next to you watching what you're doing, and what I like is by luring it this way, because of the phenomenal viewing angle that you get from the Tab S, you really don't have to have it propped up to be able to see what's on your tablet. So that is your third viewing angle. So that was my review of the Fintie Smart Book Cover Case for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4. Once again, this case supports the auto wake feature, and I did show you in this video the 3 viewing angles that you can actually adjust your tablet by using this case. As I had mentioned also, the case, because of the magnets, I find it's a little bit heavier than some of the other cases that I've had, but what I really like about it is that it gives you a high-end look. It's actually looks very similar to the case that came with the original Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4 case provided by Samsung, but it doesn't have that kind of design flaw where it's very difficult for it to be removed. It's very thin, as we had talked about earlier, and one of the great things is the kind of value that you get from cases like these. This is a sub $10 case that's available on Amazon. So that concludes this review. If you have any comments or questions, I'll go ahead and leave it on the YouTube channel for you to reply. And don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like. Thanks again for watching.